I'm trying to long man. Yeah, that's the highest self. If you don't get the gift for love, you deny yourself. That old white swag. Fans is the jerkers. Through the Moorish flag, the lion and let me worship. But talk from this word of law, serving. Repent from your simple ways, you are me. You say you free for single babies at day school. Shoot up the hoops, eat they food, you they fool. Hit doggy when you're grown with the collar on. You still even if you get your Rottweiler on. This moment right here ain't for the passive. You shook, sweating, brown, dripping molasses. Reactive, and will we speed up the molecule, but slow down the ethers back to flesh with the olive view. Praise the Lord for Prophet Drew, we honor you. The quarter song, we're on me rendezvous.
The reconciliation of the one and the many. His manifestations are plenty, yet he has no partners, unlike the Creator, into whom was Jesus first reincarnated. MCs get cremated, spitting that blasphemy. I tend to agree with Ibn Arabi and Al-Ghazali. 99 names, attributes infinite in number. No sleep nor slumber. Overtake he, not bound by the petty emotions of frail and weak humanity. Such insanity. There can't be two absolutes, but that would change the definition of the word. The word is bond. The fix is solved. In his mind revolves countless universes. That's why we call him Father. He's farther, yet closer than your jugular vein. Al-Malik, the king will always reign.
To the one who is supreme, most wise, beneficent, executive of everything, seen and unseen. And in him alone belong worship, adoration, and praise for the rest of my days. Wonderful he is in all ways. His knowledge transcendent patterns that your thoughts relate. Stretched out the heavens with his hands, fingers draw forces for the stars. Build worlds with his words, smite planets with his arm. Majestic, omnipotent, over the void. Don't tempt his anger or you'll be destroyed. He institutes the law of the government of all beings, and his will's built in the nature of each one of these things. His providence is always forever his works, rule with infinite wisdom. We stay in search of the purpose. There's but one Allah, the governor of the world, the author, creator, almighty, eternal, incomprehensible, the father of the five principles.
Moorish children, I hope to see you grow up, God's will. Know to stay out of the system of drug deal. A lot of people think it's cool, but they really just influence the industrious. Go to school, the future lies in you. Be yourself, don't let a man tell you what you cannot do. The impossible's possible, and there's lies behind the truth. Your history is all the history. The world came from you. The first man had your DNA. The world came from you. If you believe in the creator, then there's nothing you can do. Call you nigga, then turn back around and mimic you. Hypocrites can't be trusted. You gotta have a plan, gotta compress our residuals. Hard times isn't edible.
Moorish world, we got something to say. Baby, work together, everything will be okay. The L's and the base, we don't fear, we love, cause fear turns to hate. Moorish world, we got something to say. If we work together, everything will be okay. But our differences aside, the L's and the base, we don't fear, we love, cause fear turns to hate.
Yeah, Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. Trying to be your friend, brother. Help me out. Meet me halfway. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. You let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, enough to calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly, but we can get gutter. We are the children of our father, and the rest of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we deep around the ping trying to murder us all. You need to chill, my brother, and tell the elder the same. Cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islam, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I trained you once, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet taught is in the Quran. All the other stuff, prostrate and cover up is just the start. And there's space to me, the law's the heart. You can dress like Infiltrated, but you can dress like a herb. While the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. Yo, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Jubilee. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, for the story to tell. So pay attention and listen, and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess the Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your fuck, move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up, and y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help you set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to disguise you, disguise you. Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you would never. You ain't never, ever. You ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna be one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. Oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend. Yeah. Let me be your friend. We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, so let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah.
never, never die. Down no more. They just slow mo. 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 They just slow mo.
See, I be coming at these wars, and it's very simple. Why I be coming at these wars? Because I don't consider these functional Moorish American Muslims. As it relates to the teachings of the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Temple of
Just
America.
some lanes from across the border. You and your daughters, I mean your little followers, you all out of order. I ain't taking nada, nothing from your crooks. Cujo Todd should be, I got them all shook. I wish Cujo would step up to get his rep up and get hit up from the neck up. You gon' respect us. I Elder One Story, meet the people where they at. And you lower than the worm, so you know you meet the tech. Let's keep it simple more. I'm a temple more. Either you wanna talk knowledge or you wanna go to war, huh? Cujo, I will drag you by your dreads till you beg. Detach your arm, leg, arm, head. Boy, you don't want these problems, I know the law well. The policy of forces be the same ones you go tell. Now go and call them little names. Get on YouTube and say the little game talk tough like you brought that. And I'ma forget how far I came. I never forgot my aim. I never forgot my ammo. I prayed to Allah, but I still tie my camel. Let's talk about this knowledge that you think you have. Matter of fact, forget, boy, don't mark me laugh. Now no more. They just slow mo. They don't know more. They slow mo. But they gon' learn today. But they gon' learn today. But they gon' learn today. So now what you gotta say?
Y'all ready? Let's get it started. I miss y'all. I want to get started. I want to share with y'all some things, man. Huh? Hey. Make it a part of every part. And I want to be the law, so I'm aiming at your heart. You're on a 720. I'm on a 12 step. I'm at the pinnacle of wisdom. Y'all ready? Let's turn out a little bit.
Cussing, boy, it don't mean nothing. Not going out like Malcolm, I'm going out busting. But I prefer discussion, authentic or science.
Y'all ready?
Who
want this?
Associating scam with the holy divine.
Must have lost their mind, but I'm just as ain't blind.
And it's about to catch you at any given moment.
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Salute.
Can't you see I'm on it?
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Can't you see I'm on it?
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Huh?
You looking at the throne, boy. Can't you see I'm on it? Hey, family, Islam, man. I missed y'all. I'm working. As you can see, you know me, I got a little stubble going on. I'm ready to get this thing in. I'm telling you, I got some real serious information coming. If you are interested in the Moorish Science Temple of America doctrine, theology, or information, I'm telling you, this is your channel. One thing that we're trying to do here is we're trying to get to the truth. For if you don't know the truth, there's no way you can live in the truth. So listen, we are going to demonstrate this thing unapologetically. We're going to demonstrate this thing unapologetically. Listen, I don't want to hear all them old crying, you know, that old crying stuff. Well, brother, listen, yesterday affects our today. And so we are going to talk about, we ain't going for this no more. Just stand by. We ain't going for this no more. The Moorish Science Temple of America, hijacked and infiltrated. That's what y'all want to talk about? Is that what y'all want to talk about? Is that what y'all want to talk about? Let me get a thumbs up if that's what y'all want to talk about. The Moorish Science Temple of America. You know what I mean? Hijacked and infiltrated. What's up, Polo Sport? My brother, let me get my brother. My brother Polo Sport asked a question. He says, is the city of Baltimore still selling houses for $1? Polo Sport, unfortunately, that is a scam put out by the city. What happens is this. They sell houses for $1, right? But what happens is, first of all, you must be approved for a loan to fix the house up. Now, this loan have to be able to cover every expense that it takes. So, for example, if you buy a house, but the expenses to fix it up cost $40,000, if it costs $40,000, you have to get a loan, a repair loan or a rehab loan to rehab the house. Now, once the house is rehabbed, they sell it to you for $1. So what is that? What that is that is a gentrification plan. A gentrification plan is when people that can't afford to get the loan, they're going to be pushed out. And those that can afford the rehab loan, which most likely will be Europeans or some other type of group, they will go and get the loan, fix the place up, and then buy it for $1. And then what'll happen is you must live in that house for a year. I think it's for a year, maybe 3. I'm not sure. So what that is that's a form of gentrification. Because if somebody could get the rehab money, $40,000 or $20,000 or whatever it takes to fix it up, by all means, we would be living there in the first place. We would be there. We would be fixing it up. I think that only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think that's only makes sense. So yeah, I'll answer some questions. I'll answer some questions. Most people don't got the 40,000 or even the 20,000, even 10,000. So this is how the Europeans come out and they go ahead and fix it up. And before you know it, they be walking their teacup Yorkies, you know, and our people be in these bushes in the county. You know, what they do is they put these little apartment buildings in Baltimore County. And then they got the watchtower in front of it, whereas though you got to have a pass to get in. And it's way out in White Marsh somewhere. So that's what it is. So that dollar house is a scam for gentrification. That's all it is. I ain't gonna hold no truth back from you. So we're gonna get started in a second. So yeah, the best part, let me tell you, one of the best things that you can do in Baltimore Do Polo Sport is if you got $5,000, just go ahead and buy one right out. If you can get some for $4,000. I've seen them low as $2,000, but then you just have to have the money to fix it up. You can buy one for you can get a row house for $4,000, but if you don't have the skill set or the finance to fix it up, you're just going to be paying taxes on a piece of property. You know, you'll be paying that. So the best thing is if you have 10,000, set aside 5 to pay, 10 to get it up and running, and then you're good to go, and then it's yours. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then it's yours. You know, that's the best way to go about it. You know, I want to do a class on that one day. Once I slow down for a little bit, I want to do a class on purchasing properties. You know, because I mean everybody's doing it except for us. Every group is doing it, is except for us. You know what I'm saying? Every group is doing it. When you go into these places, some of these neighborhoods around Baltimore, and I work in a lot of these neighborhoods, man, I'm telling you, that you be sitting there talking about man, I ain't going up in that. Them Europeans be up there. Now the lights come, now when the street light come on, they up out of there. But you early in the morning, because see, they know you probably been out there blowing L's, you know what I mean? You've been out there popping bottles. You know what I mean? So early in the morning, Saturday, most likely, Saturday or Sunday morning, they be out that demonstration. Why? Because you sleep. You be in there. That's just what it is, man. And these Europeans ain't playing. They ain't playing. And we need to stop playing. We're going to get started with the show. I hope everybody like it. I hope everybody share it. But we just going to have a conversation today about the Moorish Temple of America hijacked and infiltrated. And in the way that you understand how something has been hijacked or infiltrated, first of all, what you must do is look at the results of the movement today. You have to look at what is being produced today under the banner or the name of the Moorish Temple of America for you even scratch the surface to understand that maybe something has happened yesterday. You see what I'm saying? In order for you to understand what happened yesterday, all you got to do is look at today. See what's being produced. And then you will understand that something took place yesterday. And most likely that something that took place yesterday is still taking place today. That's just what it is. Whatever took place yesterday is still taking place today. And that's why we are in the condition that we're in. But we're going to change that condition. We're going to change that condition. Show enough. We ain't going to play with you. We're going to change that condition. This is what I'm doing in Atlanta. I will be in Atlanta Friday, Holy Day service. I will be at the Temple 33. I'll put that address up in a minute. But on Saturday, come on out if you're in Atlanta. The Moorish Temple of America hijacked and infiltrated. I'll be giving away all the slides and everything, but just come out and meet your brother. I mean, the $30 that we're charging, man, we're going to drop the price down. We're going to drop the price down to $25. They save $5. No, this goes towards the building of the Moorish village. But if anybody interested into the true history of the Moorish Science Temple of America and what happened, why we ended up in the condition that we in, you're welcome to come on out. I look forward to meeting you if you do come on out. I say come on out. But in the meantime, between time, let's get it started.
This man was teaching Islam here ahead of everybody else. That means ahead of Master Farah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad, of which in the nation
now
of
stop
Islam,
right there.
you are
now listen, what you heard right there is our brother. What you heard right there. What you heard, no, Prophet Noble Drew Ali wrote that, brother. Isa El Mahdi. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, according to my understanding, Prophet Noble Drew Ali wrote that. I don't know why people come up with that stuff. You know, when his brother said who wrote the Moorish American prayer, Prophet Noble Drew Ali or somebody else. The thing is that I don't know who comes up with this stuff. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. If you can't verify, if somebody says somebody else wrote the Moorish American prayer, at least have that person to bring some verification. But if they don't bring no verification, you know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense to even entertain that. You know what I'm saying? Brother, Prophet Noble Drew Ali had to write in third person because he would not be here forever. Come on, brother. Isa Mahdi. If Prophet Noble Drew Ali knows he's not going to be here forever, he has to write in third person. That's just the wisdom of penmanship. For example, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, thank you, Isa Mahdi, you my guy, you know you my guy. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, when he says the law, Grand Sheikh governors and heads of our temple must be proved by the prophet. Yeah, no, you my guy, Isa. Must be proved by the prophet before acting upon by any members, let it be finance, property, or any line of life that will cause members to sacrifice finance, etc., that will call any group of members. Any group that violates these laws are subject to be removed under heavy restriction by the prophet. And he used the term by the prophet. Why? Because he have to talk or pen things like that because he wouldn't be here forever. And so when we say be removed under heavy restriction by the prophet, what exactly is he saying? He's talking about the laws of the prophet. You know, the laws of the prophet. The whole doctrine of the Moorish Science Temple of America becomes the prophet. And outside, I mean, in his absence, if you will. In his absence, the prophet becomes the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine Constitution and Bylaw. You follow me? And the questionnaire, the additional laws. But that's just how things are penned. In order to have it be perpetuated in one's absence. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Shout out to my brother Ishmael Bey in the building, my brother Isa Mahdi, my man. That's right. Ask all questions. Ask all questions because this, I'm telling you, I'm going to make history. I'm going to be the first Grand Sheikh to ask every question that I can, if I can prove it, or if I can rationally explain it. Now, I ain't going to make nothing up. because I don't have time to make nothing up. But anyway, first and foremost, let me rise and give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to the noble prophet, Prophet Noble Ali. I give honor to the forerunner of the prophet. I give honor to our brother Emiliel. I give honor to my brother and my friend David Baliel. And I give honor to each and every one of you. It's time to turn up. It's time to turn up. All right? Now, family, the reason why I'm doing this lecture, let me say this. The reason why I'm doing this lecture, let me screenshot one more time. The reason why I'm doing this lecture in Atlanta, we actually have a temple in Atlanta, temple number 33, and it's at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, 946 Ralph David at Bethany Boulevard. I'm saying, come out and support your brother. It'll be this Saturday coming up. But the reason why I'm doing this lecture is there's a lot of misunderstanding, and a misunderstanding has been our detriment. The misunderstanding of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the teaching of the Prophet Noble Ali has been to our detriment, whether we like it or not. Somebody must come forward, whether it's me or somebody after me. Somebody must come forward and clarify what happened, because whatever happened got us to this point. You know what I mean? So let me get these questions real quick. This is beautiful, family, and keep asking the questions, and then I get to the slides. That's right, because we got 51 people watching. We got 23 thumbs up. Throw the hands up. So more blood, non-temple. I like that. That might be one. Somebody more blood, non-temple. My man, non-temple. Was Timothy Drew a Muslim? Now, I want you to hear me closely, right? Muslim and Muslim is pretty much the same thing. Muslim and Muslim is pretty much the same thing. Let me explain something to you. During the 1920s and before, or during the 1920s or prior to the 1930s, the term Muslim was the correct term to use as it relates one who submits to the will of Allah. Very few people use the term Muslim, M-U-S. Very few. The common term was Muslim. And a lot of people like to say that, oh, no, that's the English. But no, the common term around the world was Muslim if you spoke English. That's just what it was. Now, the reason why it was Muslim, because most Arabic words cannot be transliterated. And because they cannot be translated, they are transliterated. And because they are transliterated, they are given the phonic sound. You see, they're given the phonic sound. And so they would say Muslim, Muslim. And so they wrote it like it sound. And that's how you get Muslim. But then as time went on, the phonetic sound began to change, and people begin to spell it like it sound again. Muslim, Muslim. And so that's how you get the Muslim and then the current term Muslim. You follow me? So now, was Prophet Noble Drew Ali a Muslim? What I think you are saying is, was Prophet Noble Drew Ali a Muslim as we understand Islam of the East, or Islam? You follow me? Or Islam under the Eastern concept of what a Muslim is. Like, for instance, I know what you're saying. Did he pray 5 times a day making salat? Did he acknowledge Ramadan? Did he demonstrate the things that we see our Eastern Muslim brothers demonstrate? Well, in fact, Prophet Noble Drew Ali makes a statement. He makes a statement that's very I mean, hold up. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He makes a statement that really clears up a lot of the argument whether he was a Muslim as it relates to the Eastern understanding of what a Muslim is. Prophet Noble Ali makes the statement. I'm trying to bring it up as I talk to you. Prophet Noble Ali makes a statement. He says that we are subscribing to the principles of the doctrine. We are adopting the principles. You follow me? The principle. So the principle of Salat is adopted by the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And what is the principle of Salat? Salat only means prayer. It doesn't mean prostration. It only means prayer. So when someone say I'm going to make Salat, they're really saying I'm going to make prayer. So did the prophet prostrate? I'm pretty sure he did, because all prophets prostrated. But now, did the prophet make it and coming in upon those who followed him to demonstrate prostration? We can't find nowhere that exists. We can't find that. Not in the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's doctrine that he compelled 30,000 members to prostrate. We can't find that on the public record. So we answer that. Now, if it was the prophet of Muslim as it relates to the East, this is something that I said in our Quran class today. During the time of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Ramadan actually fell on March in 1928. The month of Ramadan did. 1929. It fell on March 1929, right? So because that's the case, we know in 1928 there was a big event for Moorish America. It was the first annual convention. Now, because it was the first annual convention, it was a huge event and it was a huge success. After the first annual convention, the Moorish Guide newspaper began to take off in a big way. It had already was flowing, but after the convention, it began to take off in a big way. And so why do I say that? In every article of the Moorish Guide leading up to March, the month of Ramadan of 1929, the prophet had commanded 3,000 people to be in Chicago in October. So here we go. There is nothing recorded, not one. There's nothing recorded that shows that the prophet compelled any Moorish American to observe the month of Ramadan. However, that should not stop you if you want to observe it. But the prophet again said, we shall pretty much subscribe to the principles as it can be adopted into American life. And so what is the principle of Ramadan? First of all, Ramadan is a month. Let's not get it twisted. But now the practice of fasting, should we practice that? Of course we should. The principle of fasting is more important than the congressional coming together of the month of Ramadan. Why do I say that? I know you don't like it. But why do I say that? Most people who practice Ramadan, and I'm going to just throw it out there. Most people Ramadan because of cultural particulars, not for spiritual enhancement. Most people don't Ramadan to bring out their God self, for they believe that that's shirk. When Ramadan for real is practice, fasting, burning, it's supposed to bring out your godly self through discipline and denying yourself the things that have made you comfortable. So it's supposed to help you bring out your godly self. You follow what I'm saying? So with that being said, do I got any drag? My thing look like it's dragging. Let me make sure it ain't dragging. Okay.
So it's supposed.
There we go. Let me make sure it ain't dragging. So you follow what I'm saying? So Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to bring out the essence of what it is to be a Muslim. With the essence. With the essence of what it is to be one who subscribed to Islam. All right, so let me answer one more question before I go in. So MST of A, us infiltrated with NOI Muslim, you are listening to explanation. Let me make sure I got everybody in here. Same question I want to know, especially what happened to Sharon. Okay, so listen. So I did a show recently, and I do this because the brother asked about Sharon Gale Bay. I think that's what I asked. Let me look up here real quick. Let me answer my brother Sadiq Haq. When you go through the chambers, you become an adapt, not a sheik. A sheik is an official. Okay, got you. Okay. Timothy Drew. Let's see. What's going on with the Moors that was arrested for not paying rent and trying to get gathering Moors to help them? Okay, so King Kamal. I think he's talking about the sister Sharon Gale Bay. King Kamal, that's the same question I want to know, especially what happened to Cheryl Gale Bay. Family, right now, this is what you need to know. The sister Sharon Gale Bay, we got to be clear. The sister stopped paying her mortgage. She fed into this internet nonsense. And this is the stuff that I've been fighting against. She fed into this internet nonsense. Whereas though we are in Al Morocco. This is our land. Okay. I agree. We don't have to pay rent on our land. We don't have to pay mortgage on our land. Okay. And we are going to create a consular court. And our consular court will handle all our affairs. Okay. And I'm telling you, I have been giving people the information for over a year now about the fallacy of this consular court. It ain't real. The consular court is so fake and it's getting people caught up. Let me tell you what the consular court is. And I don't want people to try to act like they are going to not really understand what I'm saying. Please understand what I'm saying. The consular court is a group of people that have decided that they are going to make a consular court. They looked and found something that they consider to be beneficial to them as Moors. But the information that they're using is pseudo information. It's 59 people in this chat. If 20 of us was in Baltimore and we said we're going to set up a consular court, what does that really mean? What does that really entail? In reality, it's going to be about 20 people sitting around talking about what we should do, what we can't do, and what we can do. 20 people won't be adjudicating any cases. 20 people won't be going to get nobody out of jail. 20 people will not be arresting Europeans. 20 people will not be charging anybody with any crimes. So what you got is people sitting around kicking the bobo with these big law terms and these big statesman type lectures or speeches or whatever they're doing on YouTube. But it's powerless. Now, the sister Gail, she thought it was real. And apparently she decided not to pay her mortgage because this is her land. Well, the bank had other things on their mind. See, when she signed for that mortgage, most likely, she wasn't a part of this pseudo teaching being disguised as a part of the Moorish National and Divine Movement. So she signed a contract for a mortgage. She defaulted on it. They came to get that. That's just the way it goes. When they came to get that, she tried to resist by calling in others who believed like she believed. So the police rolled out, gave it some time, waited out for a month, came back, locked her up. Now, you can call it kidnap, you can call it whatever you want. Before she decided to run with this consular court thing, sis should have examined what the consequences could be. Now, I'm not accusing the sister. Listen, I'm not accusing the sister of not standing on her square or standing on her square. Like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do what you want to do. Only my only thing is that is not the Moorish Science Temple of America as taught by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It's clearly not the Moorish Science Temple of America as taught by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And how do we know that? Because the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is clear. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali is clear that you purchase property. You just don't claim no property. You actually have to purchase it. He's clear with that. You know what I'm saying? And I could show you something on that in a minute, but it's clear that you must purchase property. Here we go. I'm going to show it to you one right now. Now, and he's talking from a temple perspective, but I'm going to screenshot it and show it to you. Then we'll get into the hijacking part. But I'm going to show you from the temple perspective where the Prophet Noble Drew Ali clearly tells Moors what they must do. You know what I'm saying? Clearly what they must do. And here we go. Now, so you don't have to follow the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's not what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm trying to show you that these people are not following Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's what I'm trying to show you. That they are not following the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Period. And here it is. When any said temple desires to purchase property. Now imagine the temples during the time of the prophet had 100, 200, sometimes 300 people. Now, if they just wanted to go and squat in the property or adverse possession of property, of course they could do it because they had the numbers. They had the numbers to do it as a collective. But did the prophet say do that as a collective? No. Did he say do it as an individual? No. When any said temple desires to purchase property, they must first notify the grand body or the prophet, and it must be purchased under the name Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, the key to all this is purchase. That's the key to all this. So if that's the key, then there should be no conversation going back and forth whether should we purchase property or not. That conversation should be done. You know what I mean? That conversation should be done off the bat. Now, this brother here say, are we not part and parcel of the Constitution? Brother, there is no such thing as part and parcel. I'm going to answer all these questions, and then I'm going to go into my demonstration. I'm going to answer y'all questions. There is no such thing as part and parcel. There is no such thing, and I'm going to show you that momentarily. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you that momentarily. There is no such thing as part and parcel. That was made up. Somebody injected that into the doctrine of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I'm going to show you that that is not the case. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring you up something. It's going to be a little bit of drag because I'm going to do 3 things. Listen, I did this earlier today in our class. I was freestyling, grabbing up information all over the place. And so I'm going to do that for you right now. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to, if I can bring it up real quick. There we go. Give me a second. My computer is running a little slow because it's streaming. And you know, when you stream and you try to do other things, there's going to be an issue with getting it all lined up. So let me shut down this. Okay, give me 1 second. And I want to show you exactly, you know, but now when I show you this, are you prepared to leave the foolishness alone and follow the prophet? See, the prophet got a plan. You follow me? The prophet got a plan. Most people don't know the plan. Most people don't know the plan. You know what I mean? The prophet got a plan, and I want to show you the plan. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show you the plan. If you want to follow the prophet, watch Moorish World TV or join the Noble Temples, but I'm going to show you the plan. All right, you follow me? So here we go. Let me show you the plan, family. So there is no such thing as parcel. There never was and never will be as it relates to what you're talking about. And no disrespect, that's just what it is. So what you're looking at here is an original divine constitution and bylaw. Matter of fact, it's so original that it doesn't even have the picture on it that we see today. This is the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. You know what I mean? You follow me? Now, so check this out. Let's blow it up. Now, let's look at Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are part and partial. You see, we got to get that out of our system. You are part and partial. That's number 1. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now let's go to Act 6. Act 6. Negroes, color folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to by slaveholders. Hold up. Let me get to Act 6. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. And we are teaching our people their nationality in their divine creed, that they may know that they are not Negro, that they are not Negro. Let me get into the divine creed, that they may know that they are part and partial. I'm sorry, a part and partial. I'm looking at the chat too, so I won't miss no questions. That's why I messed that up. But as you see right here, part and partial again. You know what I'm saying? So it's never parcel. A parcel is a piece of land. You know what I'm saying? But in this vernacular, it's just saying you're a part of something. You know, we're a part of this government. You know, and we need to understand why the prophet did that. Why did he boldly say that? Why did he boldly say that? We need to see, the problem is that we are trying to, it's like we are trying to fit a square in a circle, because we have these elder teachers that have taught us these things, and as they taught these things, we had nothing to compare it against. So now when your brother Tahaka Bey come to the scene, and I'm giving you something to compare it against, now everybody is resistant. But it's okay, because we are for the young, the unborn, and the willing. You know what I mean? We are for the young, unborn, and the willing. So my message for those that want to resist, see, one of the greatest things that people can do for themselves is to look at information for what it is, but when new information is available, being able to adjust to it. The problem with Moors and many of our people, when new information is revealed, most of us can't adjust. And we say stuck. And we stay stuck. So there is no part and partial. So all right, I'm gonna leave that alone. So let me get into some of this. Let me get into some of this information real quick. Now, the first thing that I want to get into is family. What I'm going to be demonstrating in the ATL is some of this information I'm about to share with you right now. So, family, as you know, when I say that the Moorish Science Temple of America has been hijacked and infiltrated, I mean just that. I mean just that. Now, let me show you something. First of all, in Atlanta, I'm going to give you the real story of Pearl Drew Ali and Murray Drew Ali. Let me talk to you for a minute. First of all, we know that Prophet Noble Drew Ali married Pearl Drew Ali, and that Sister Mary Drew Ali is also known as the Prophet's wife. But now, after new research has been revealed, there may be some complications with this story. There may be some complications with the story. There may be some complications with this story. And I am going to bring all the proof that is needed so we can work out this complication. We need to work out this complication, family. And when I bring it out, then it's up to you at this point. It's up to you. If you're in Atlanta or you want to come see this. When I bring it out, because listen, on Facebook, just recently, somebody said the Prophet demonstrated polygamy. The Prophet had 2 wives on Facebook. This was recent. And so one person said, well, no, the Prophet had Pearl Drew Ali first, and then he had Sister Mary Drew Ali. Well, family, I got a problem. I have a problem with people saying stuff that they don't really know what they're talking about. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to give it to you raw. Give me 1 second real quick. I'm going to give it to you raw. Now, one of the things that made me look into the story of Pearl Drew Ali, of Sister Mary Drew Ali, was very simple. Very simple. All right, I'm going to break it down to you. Then I'm going to show you something. One of the things that made me look into it and look into it deeply is because, number one, brothers on the internet got this video where it said that the Prophet was a child molester. I'm not scared to talk about it. They say that the Prophet was a child molester. You hear what I said? That the Prophet Noble Drew Ali married a 15-year-old girl named Mary Drew Ali. Now listen, I know the works of my Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but something about that didn't really feel right. And so I did some research. And the research will be revealed. And the research will be revealed. See, I'm not going to let the stories, the fables, and the fairy tales of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali continue to go on. Maybe somebody else will, but not me. And so, on the 20th, in Atlanta, at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, I'm going to reveal this stuff. Now, Michael said has nothing to do with our birthright. Sister, it does have a lot to do with character assassination of the last prophet in these days and times. For many have character assassinated our leaders, and no one came back on the back end to clean it up. And what I mean by clean it up, that it's many people that probably have more information than what I have, but they will not step out front and touch it. But why must I touch it? The reason why I must touch it, is because this is a prophet. This is a prophet on the level. This is a prophet on the level of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and all the greats. And let me tell you something. I just removed Jada Davis. And Jada Davis, I removed you because you said this is a topic of waste of time. So if it's a waste of time, I'm going to help you out and get you out of here. Why would you waste your time here to tell me that this is a waste of time? So Jada Davis, you're not making sense. You say this is a waste. This topic is a waste of time. So you waste your time to come here to tell me that this is a waste of time. Go watch another channel. Come on, that doesn't even make sense. But anyway, like I was saying, family, the reason why I must bring this out is because we must have a clear picture of what the Prophet Noble Ali looked like. We must have a clear picture of what our prophet looked like on the ground. Family, if we don't have a clear picture of what the prophet of God looked like and what he demonstrated, there's no way we can go the way he went. He say, imitate I the prophet. But if you don't know what he looked like because somebody blurred the lines when the movement was hijacked and infiltrated, there's going to be a problem. So the next generation don't need to go down the path that this generation is going down, because this generation obviously don't know what the prophet looked like. Because if we knew what the prophet looked like, we would be going that way. The Prophet Noble Ali, and I said this in our Quran class today, in the course of 3 years, they became $1 million corporation, religious corporation. They affected politics. Man, we got people been around for 20 years, 15 years in leadership positions. And we can't even do a checklist of successes in comparison to the successes of the prophet and the Moors of his day. And if that is not a problem with you, then by all means, carry on. If that's not a problem with you, then carry on. Bloke and Braid Smith Bay, I got you in a minute, brother. We getting to the red fairs in a minute, brother. If that's not a problem with you, I'm fine. But don't get in my way when I'm doing what I got to do. You feel what I'm saying? Don't get in my way. Because my job is to make sure the next generation do not be lost as we were. Man, I've been around quite some time. And this truth is just being revealed to me. I had to jump out front and teach this unapologetically. I had to jump out front and teach this unapologetically. You follow what I'm saying? And so that's what we got to do. So family, let me show you something. One of the problems that I had with this story is when you look at this doctrine, this document, the merit certificate, right? You know, you see that she was 16 years old. Prophet Noble Drew Ali was 43 when he passed for him. We're going to get into this. Family, this document is very revealing. It's very revealing. You're not going to want to miss this. Many people have used this document to qualify the prophet marrying Mary Drew Ali. But I'm going to tell you, you are in for a big surprise. You are in for a big surprise. Not only are we going to examine that doctrine, we are going to compare it with stories of the day. We're going to look deep into it and see what's really good. Then we're going to look at Pearl Drew Ali. Because guess what? Whether you like it or not, they made Sister Pearl Drew Ali look like a harlot. The rumor and the story is that Pearl Drew Ali actually slept with the business manager. Yeah, this they don't want to talk about. But guess what? What I've researched tells a different story. What I researched tells a very different story. But why did they do that? Why was Sister Pearl Drew Ali demonized as a whore? I said it. We're going to talk about that too. Why? Family, y'all don't know how deep, as they say, the rabbit hole gets. See, honor to the Nation of Islam. Honor to the Nation of Islam. Because the Nation of Islam, under the leadership of Elijah Muhammad, took the Prophet Noble Drew Ali program, the economic program, and ran with it. And I say that unapologetically. He took the Prophet Noble Drew Ali economic program and ran with it. And the way and the reason, he had the ability to do that because the confusion was so thick. It was so thick that many different people was moving in all different directions. And so it's very easy when the crowds or the followers are fighting amongst each other and they so confused, don't know which way the prophet went, don't know how to demonstrate word for word, letter for letter, walk for walk, talk for talk what the prophet demonstrated, for one to understand the economic piece and to run with it. But now, mind you, Elijah Muhammad didn't take off with the economic piece until the 50s, 60s, and going into the 70s. That's a fact. But he took the economic piece and ran with it. Honor. We give honor where honor is due. But now, back to 1929. There was so much confusion going on in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Everybody wanted to be the leader. You had Emiliel, appointed by the prophet. You had Kirkman Bey, who was the interpreter of the prophet. You had the lawyer, Aaron Paynell. You had what's the other brother? The resurrected brother, John Givensell. You had a whole slew of people that wanted the position of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And most of them wanted the position of Prophet Noble Drew Ali because, again, it was $1 million religious corporation. They wanted to be in the position of Microsoft. Moorish Science Temple of America was the Microsoft of our people of that day. I don't think y'all really get this. See, a lot of the teachings of the prophet has been so watered down that most of us wearing turbans and fezzes just look at him as a great man. But it was the Microsoft of Asiatic so-called black people of the day. Everything that the Moors touched was successful. Every single thing. And so, if we know that everything that the Moors touched yesterday during the time of the prophet was successful, but everything that the Moors touched today turned into mold, then obviously we're not following the example. So this is what the infiltration is all about. When people look at infiltration, they may be looking at something like what you do the FBI and all of these slick little tactics and all of that. But some of this infiltration that we're looking at was an infiltration that was put in to just blur the lines, not to get rid of it, because it ain't going nowhere. It's an everlasting movement. It ain't going nowhere. But this type of infiltration was put in place so you can't identify it when you see it. And when you can't identify it when you see it, guess what? There is no liberation. And so that's my problem with the consular court. That's my problem with all of these groups that's proselytizing in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but they don't understand the temple process. They don't understand the economic process. They don't understand the group process. They don't understand how the nation metamorphoses out of an organization. They don't understand any of that. They don't understand that the divine constitution and bylaws is the foundation, but the nation grows out of the organization. They don't understand that. And so because they don't understand that, we must put things on the ground that is exactly what the prophet did so people can see it for what it is. And then you have something to compare it to. Then you have something to compare it to. And so it's so many groups out here calling themselves the Moorish Science Temple of America. But when the spirit of the prophet is in the midst of any one of those groups, that group is going to be as successful as the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. When that group put the Prophet Noble Drew Ali out front, and they do exactly as the prophet mandated to the specific specifications, if you will, that group gonna be successful without a doubt or contradiction. So now we get to the point of the blazing red fast. Somebody said, well, I'll get one of them red fasts. So family, as you can see, I think the site is up now. You can go check it out, or I'll get the link in a minute. FlamingRedFez.com. Why do I wear a red fez? Why? Now, as you can see, if you go check some of my older pictures, you would see that I used to wear the fezes just like anybody else. But as you can see today, I'm going to show you my transition. I woke up wearing this. As I began to study harder, it got lighter. As I began to find out the truth, it got brighter. So what truth did I find out? What truth did I find out? Well, what I found out is this. Nine times out of 10, the prophet most likely wasn't wearing this fez. Most likely. Why do I say that? Because there's an article reported for the Chicago Tribune that say the prophet was walking down the street wearing a flaming red fez. And it only makes sense to me, I don't know about anybody else, to me, that our fez would be consistent with our standard. Because this is the standard. The Moroccan, the Moorish, the Moroccan descent, the Moorish descent, the Berry that's in Morocco that makes the fez, the Moroccan berry. I should pull it up real quick. That berry goes from different tones, but the fez that the Moors wore was clearly bright red. When you look at any of the oil paintings of Moors, the fez was bright red. So another thing we're going to be discussing, where did this come from? How was this introduced? You follow me? When did this come into play? When did this come into play? And on this ad, because we manufactured our own fez. Now we distributing our own fezes. You know, and the reason why we are distributing our own fezes, family, I'm going to answer this question for you real quick. Let me answer this for you. Let me answer this for you. Let me answer this for you. Now, family, if you say that you are a Moorish American Muslim, right? If you say that you are a Moorish American Muslim, during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Moors was self-sufficient, independent, and they created a platform that all could come to and sell their products. And that was the Moorish Guide. But when you look at the infiltration of the Moorish Science Temple of America, if you will, you know, during these years of the infiltration and beyond, right? During these years of the infiltration and beyond, one thing we have to remember, that brotherhoods stick together. Some people gonna be mad at me. So this is where everybody order their fez at. Let's pull it up. This is where everybody order their fez at. You follow me? Everybody order their fez, right? But now, is that a problem? For one, I don't wear the burgundy fez no more because I don't have enough confidence that that is the fez we should be wearing. But look at what we're looking at now. We're looking at where the fezes we wear are sold. They're sold at what? Let's take a look at it. Geo Dot Lauder Corporation was founded in Chicago, Illinois, 1881 by the company's namesake, George Lauder. Over the past 125 years, our business relocated several times, but has always operated in the Chicago downtown loop. We are a family-owned operation with 25 employees. We specialize in full line of fraternal regalia, usher badges, and corporate awards. Custom design regalia, awards, banners, promotional products, and badges of every imaginable, every kind imaginable, but a few products we provide, many few products we provide. Okay, so basically, this is a Masonic distributor. How do we know? Let's just check it out. Awareness shirts. We go to the awareness fraternal store. Let's just check it out. Okay, this is a Mason. Now listen, I don't have nothing wrong with no Masons. If that's what people want to be, go ahead. Go ahead. This is a Masonic store. Go ahead. I have no problem with a Mason. Trust me on this one. I really don't. But I do know in a religious society, The society is predicated upon its exclusive products produced by themselves. I do know that. And so the question becomes, and we're going to talk about this too. The question becomes this. See, there we go. See, let's be clear on this. Let's be clear. Now, my question to you is, should a Masonic distributor